Hey guys, welcome back to another new video. And Axis Atlas's issuance has been stopped. It has been like this for the last 2 to 3 months, where Axis Atlas, which was the go-to card for most of the credit card influencers, they were telling people to get this card as and when, however, they were able to get it, uh, issued. But it is now being paused, and it looks like until unless there is a very big devaluation which comes in the Axis Atlas phenomena, it is not going to come back. And then a scene was created where the 5,000 rupees annual charge card, there was none which was as good as Atlas till now. So the card which this had, it had some specific features. We are going to discuss all the features one by one. And first of all, the welcome benefit which is there. Second, the tiered benefits, like you used to get the miles at 3 lakh, 7.5 lakh and 15 lakh. The annual benefits, the renewal things, and the milestone benefit which is there. So the card which actually comes close to this right now is the HSBC Travel One card. And just hear me out. Let me try to explain how or why this card makes a bit of sense as compared to Atlas. So what happened yesterday is HSBC did actually started offering a few more benefits with this card. The first one was the 4 complimentary domestic airport transfers powered by Eco Mobility. Then there was a 15% off on GoIbibo, and then you have 4 domestic airport and 6 domestic airport and 4 international travel lounge access per year, and a 0 forex markup fee offer which is there. Now these offers, the GoIbibo and the Eco Mobility offer is valid till 31st December, and the 0 forex is till 30th of June. When we compare it with Axis Atlas, so Axis Atlas, as we know, the normal base spends, it used to give us 2 miles per 100 rupees, and for hotels, travels, and like hotels, flights, and travel edge, it used to give 5 edge miles per 100 rupees. Now the percentage of returns which you used to get when there are 2 ways. First is the returns when we transfer it to the Axis's transfer partners, and second is the when we transfer it to Accor, which is actually like it gives it 1 point is equal to 2 rupees worth of benefit. So in those terms, because those are the highest terms available, so Axis Atlas used to give 8% and on normal spends, and 20% approx on your accelerated reward. So this is the base reward rates which it used to give. However, apart from that, and the lounge access for the silver, gold, and platinum tier, there was not a lot of benefits with this card. So for example, so the welcome benefit was 2,500 edge miles, which is converted to 5,000 Accor points, which is converted to 10,000 rupees worth of benefits, which was given to with this card on a fees of 5,900. Then on the tiered benefit, when we spend 3 lakh, 7.5 lakh and 15 lakh, we used to hit silver, gold and platinum tier, which used to give us 2,500 edge miles on 3 lakh. 7.5 when you hit, you get 2,500 points more, and when you hit 15 lakh, you get 5,000 edge miles more. So basically, if we talk in terms of value, when you hit 3 lakh, you get values worth of rupees 10,000 in terms of Accor stays. When you spend 7.5 lakh, you get value again up to rupees 10,000 in terms of Accor spends, and when you hit 15 lakh, you get value up to rupees 20,000 when you spend on Accor. So the benefits are generally like this only, except when you spend on, let's say you spend everything offline or on non-accelerated rewards, you get 8% in return when you spend in Accor. Otherwise, you get 4% in terms of miles. When you transfer it to Accor, the benefits goes higher. Similarly, when you spend for direct flight, direct hotels, and your travel edge portal, you used to get 10% miles or 20% in terms of returns in terms of Accor. That's a standard thing till 15 lakh. So for last 2 years, I've been using it, and I have not been able to hit 15 lakh any time in a year. The maximum I reached is around 11 lakh. And the annual benefit which it used to give is like whenever if you spend 7.5 lakh in a year, you get the 2500 H miles when you hit 7.5 lakh, plus the renewal benefit was when you pay 5000 rupees, you get again 2500 H miles. So it used to give us approximately 10,000 rupees worth of value. If you hit the platinum tier at 15 lakh, you used to get 5000 H miles on your renewal. That comes out to be approximately 20,000 worth of value, which is the best thing on this. Now, the spend threshold for tier evaluation was excluding gold, jewelry, rent, government institution, insurance, fuels, utilities, and telecoms. However, one good thing about it was the education spends, and there was detailed terms and conditions available. You can go and check it out. We have discussed about this card a lot in the history. So now let's come about the HSBC Travel One. It's a very interesting card in my opinion. I've already told you about the benefit which is this eco mobility. So earlier Axis also used to get meet and greet and complimentary things with their gold and platinum tier. Now they don't provide it. However, for complimentary domestic airport transfer now it is being offered, and based on the city on which you are going to use it, like there are 3 groups, so you can get a Toyota Hi-Cross kind of SUV or premier SUV for 3 bags and 3 passengers. So it is actually a good thing. It can be a very worthy. There is no such benefit with Access Atlas.
Apart from this, guys, on our Hindi channel, first time it has happened that the not subscribed people score is less than 40%. It is right now at 39.7. We are at 11,400 plus subscribers, and we really want to reach 20,000 before this year ends. So do subscribe to both our English and Hindi channel so that we are able to connect even better. Plus, on our Hindi and English both, we have a members only video part which you can be for rupees 199 only. And it is not only these videos, you get access to the WhatsApp group as well, which is basically a group of like-minded people for members only, which is very clean. There are no referral push-ups, there are no affiliate pushing down the line. You get access to these small groups and a group called Voucher Trade Off as well, where you can actually trade off your old vouchers. So all this is for 199, and you get a one-on-one chat session with me on WhatsApp for 15 minutes. If you have any doubts, you can clarify those as well. So let's go back to the video as of now also. So the second thing which it gives is the 15% off the GoIBIBO. Now, Travel One has a very unique flavor in things where you basically get accelerated reward points when you spend on flights, travel aggregators, and in foreign currency. And Accor is one of the partners. So whenever you spend 400 rupees on Travel One, you get 4 reward points. Those 4 reward points converts actually to 4 Accor points worth rupees 8. So 8% returns on flight aggregators and forex currency. Apart from that, when you spend it normally, you get 2 reward points. When you spend 12 lakh, you get 10,000 reward points. And you can convert it into 1:1 through your app. If we see what the partners are, so there are basically these are the partners which you can see over here. So the airline partners are this, and the hotels you have Accor, IGH, and everything. So the ratio is 1:1 again, a very decent thing to have. So now the interesting thing comes is when you spend with this card on Yatra, Is My Trip, Paytm Travel, or Create Trip, and Paytm, and the latest is GoIBIBO. So you save 15% on domestic and international holiday bookings, and you actually get a very good thing when you are saving 15% on your holiday bookings on Yatra, Is My Trip, and everything. But they have their reward multiplier platform as well, where you get actually 6x rewards. So basically you get 24 reward points per 100 rupees. That is 24 Accor points or 48 rupees of worth in hotel. Like if you book hotels through their portal, you get rupees 48 per 100 rupees as return in terms of Accor stays. Otherwise it's 24% miles. So Access Atlas never reaches 24% miles. So we are going to calculate the whole thing as well. So just bear with me. That is why the understanding about this card is a bit must. Flight booking as well. So if you book it through GoIBIBO, you get this 15% discount up to rupees 3,000 again. So when you book on these let's say flight you book on GoIBIBO for 1 lakh rupees. So again 3,000 is the maximum you can get a discount of.
So basically, if you spend for rupees 20,000 worth of flights, you get 3,000 discounts. So you pay 17,000, and those 17,000 will earn reward points. Like there will be 4 reward points per 100 because it's an accelerated category. So you basically save up to rupees 23%, which is again better than what Axis Atlas used to provide at any circumstance in terms of Accor. Because you are upfront, you are saving 15%, and after that you are saving with the reward points which you get. The second thing is the rewards multiplier portal they have. So on there, if you use it for flights, you actually save up to 32% because you get 15% reward, 16%, that is 4x reward points, 16% reward points on your flight bookings. So as you see over here, when you use their rewards marketplace through their mobile banking app, so you get 4x reward points for flights and 6x reward points for hotels, 2x reward points on car rentals. So basically you get 16 reward points on flight, which turns out to be, when you convert to Accor, you get 32% returns. On hotels you get 48% returns, and on car you get somewhere around 16% return when you use their reward marketplace. Now this is where the offset actually is and why it actually fights with Atlas. So for example, if you are ready to spend around, let's say, 2 lakh rupees on this card on their reward marketplace on, let's say, hotel, and 1 lakh on flight. So let's say 3 lakh you are spending over here through their reward marketplace. So there again, the prices can be inflated. That has been an issue with the reward marketplace and everything. So you have to put your mind to it. But on a base, if I say for 3 lakh spends, let's say 2 lakh on hotels and 1 lakh on flight. So I'll just take a rough calculation through the Accor saving because that is the best. So for 2 lakh, 48% return, you get 96,000 returns on your 2 lakh of hotel saving plus 1 lakh of flight. You basically get 32,000 worth of value. So for 3 lakh, you get a value of rupees 1.28 lakhs, and that's a standard. Like, it's not even exaggerating. I'm not giving you a lot of gyan over this. It's a basic saving. Similarly, if we do it on Axis Atlas for 3 lakh, so basically what we get is, for 3 lakh, let's say we do everything on the hotels and flights, so we get 5x, and we use it directly. So basically 20% return. So 20% of 3 lakh will be simply 60,000 rupees worth of stays. So you basically get 30,000 Accor points or 60,000 worth of Accor stays value, which you basically get when you spend 3 lakh on Axis Atlas. So here you're already the Axis Travel One card is already giving you more than double the worth of benefit which is there. So when we and plus you get the 3 lakh milestone bonus as well for rupees 2,500. So 30,000 you have already achieved on your accelerated rewards plus 2,500. So you basically get 32,500 into basically 32,500 into 2. So you basically get values to be 65,000. Now you have to understand one more thing, that Axis Atlas has a transfer ratio lock as well. So you can maximum transfer 30,000 edge miles on their Group A partners, in which Accor is a part of. So basically you have the value like this, but you can only transfer 30,000 Accor points, and for Accor points, and you can basically get 5,000 you can block with your for the future transfer maybe next year. However, the value will be 65,000 as and when you do it. So for 3 lakh rupees, actually Travel One does actually beat Atlas quite nicely. And apart from that, now here comes the issue. The only issue which I feel with the Travel One card is the offline spends, where you get only 2 reward points, or maximum you get the value of rupees 4. But let's say we do everything offline after this. So again, for the next 4.5 lakh out of the 7.5 lakh, let's say we do it easily, and we get 2 reward points per 100 rupees. So divided by 100 into 2. So we get 9,000 miles for those, and we have already received for the 3 lakh, we have received 48,000 plus 16,000 reward points. So 64,000 reward points plus let's add the 9,000 as well. So 73,000 edge miles we 73,000 reward points we have received from HSBC, and we transfer the whole thing to Accor. So we get the similar amount of points and we get a value of rupees 1.46 lakh. Now, so for Access Atlas, if we spend it like this, where we spend the 3 lakh rupees on hotels and flights and the rest of the 4.5 lakh on everything else, let's say offline and the normal 2x categories. So in this case, Access Atlas, what it used to give us is basically for the 3 lakh, we get 15,000 edge miles. And for the 4.5 lakh, we have to see 000 divided by 100 into 2. So we get 9,000 edge miles plus 15,000 edge miles, which we have received already. So 24,000 edge miles we have calculated, and we convert it to Accor. We get 48,000 points into 2. So we get 96,000 worth of value, plus we get 20,000 worth of values because we get 5,000 edge miles from the milestones as well. So just add 20,000 on this to get 1,16,000 worth of value when we use it on 3 lakh on hotels and flights and 4.5 lakhs on everything else including education. So this is the maximum value which we can get. So divided by 7.5 lakh and into 100, so we basically get a value of 15.4% returns when we do it. So similarly for HSBC, if we calculate for 3 lakh out of which 2 lakh let's say are hotel and 1 lakh is flight, or so we get for 2 lakh spends, we generally divided by 100 into 24, 48,000 points, plus for 1 lakh we get 16,000 points. So for flights, so 64,000 points we get like this. And for the 4.5 lakh when we spend, we get 2 reward points. So basically 64,000 is there, and 2 for the 4.5 lakh. So we get 90,000 plus 64,000. So we get 73,000 worth of reward points when we do it. We calculate it like this and we convert it to Accor. We get 73,000 Accor points and we multiply it by 2. So we get a value of, for 7.5 lakh, we get a value of 1.46 lakh. So 1.46 lakh, if we divide it by 7.5 lakh, so it's around 19.4%. So in this case, the scenario which we took, actually it did make a lot of sense. So let me speak to ChatGPT and try to find out a graph of where actually when Access Atlas does beat the HSBC Travel One, if we are doing that. The only downside to this is when we use Access Atlas, so we have a freedom of directly booking. When we use HSBC Travel One, we have to use the dedicated ways like the HSBC Rewards Multiplier, which has sometimes inflated prices, which is a thing to have. Now the second thing, which again I told you earlier, the Go IBBO thing. So where you get 15% on discount, like if you get an initial discount of 15% plus you get the 4 reward points per 100, the value goes to 23%. So overall, when you see, if you compare both the cards for a let's say for a spend value of 7.5 lakh to 8 lakh to 10 lakh, the initial saving may be different on both the cards, but somehow both are complementing each other on the things and benefits which the other card gives. So again, the options are not that much as of now. Access Atlas is not being issued, but Travel One is being issued. The description, there's a link which is actually the best link you can have. It's an affiliate link which supports the channel as well, but actually you will be able to get the accelerated reward points on that. The other thing which you can consider is there are a few things which HSBC provide is the best price guarantee. Like if you book on HSBC's Hopper and then you find like there is a website which is providing lower prices, you can get travel credit up to rupees 1500 on your points wallet. Then you have no forex fees as of now. Like anytime you spend on forex, there is an offer which is going on till 30th June where you don't have to pay anything for the forex, which is not there in Atlas. Apart from that, you can cancel your trip, you get benefits up to rupees 3 hours before, and benefits up to rupees 100% refund. And you actually get some other options as well which you don't get with Atlas. Like you can actually use the websites like EaseMyTip, Paytm, ClearTrip. You get 15% discounts on domestic and holiday international holiday stays, and you get the accelerated reward points. And with zero forex, actually it does make a lot of sense with this card. You get the complimentary golf benefit as well from the MasterCard platform, so from the MasterCard World platform. And you have a 20,000 USD purchase protection every year. You get some lounge access as well, which is not as good, but it's still okay. Then you have the direct 15% flight on hotel booking on Yatra. So 15% plus 8% returns on points will give you the desired value which Axis Atlas is providing on the accelerated reward front. So in this case, actually being I'm pretty much sure that HSBC Travel One is a card to be considered if you were interested in Atlas and you did not get one. The only issue is presently it is being issued on only on these cities where you have to be between 18 and 65 years and minimum income of 6 lakh per annum. And these cities, if you're not in these, then it's a hard luck. But there are ways and means where you can actually go to these cities. If you have a relative, you can try to change the address, get the card and use it for future use. So this is one thing which you can do. You don't need to do anything. You just have to go to a place. Like, I'm not very sure how many of you are ready to do this, but I have actually done this. I've stayed in Pune for 2 or 3 months to get a card once upon a time, where I was paying the rent as well. And actually it's a clever way. If you want to use this card, this is one thing which you can do. And HSBC, they are very harsh with the gamers. So if you are planning to game, it's not a bank or card to fret about. You don't have to go and get this card. So in the description there is a link. You can go and apply for this card. It's a must-have card as of now, one of the best cards to have. Plus, when you apply the fees, you get actually 3,000 reward point when you spend 1 lakh in the first 90 days, which actually offsets your fees by a lot. Like, you get 6,000 worth of value in terms of Accor stays. Otherwise, 3,000 miles you get 1,000 cashback when you spend 10,000 in the first 30 days. You get 3,000 postcard voucher and 3-month Easy Prime. However, the bonus reward points and the 1,000 cashback actually give you benefits worth rupees approximately 7,000 against the joining fees of 5,900. So that is why this card is actually making sense. It was making even more sense when the initial cashback was available for both the upgraded cards and the normal cards. But this is one thing which you should definitely consider if you are planning to stock up on miles and use this card to the best of your ability. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope you guys had fun watching this video. Let's see each other in the next. Take care, bye bye, see you, and Jai Hind.